This is Sherry. I'm going to be doing our weekly reading for Angel's Whisper. And you're in my room because I was helping someone else today and it got a little bit too dark outside, so sorry about that. I know you guys like being outside, but today we're inside. So today we're going to be using, I heard this morning that it was supposed to be the magical messages from the fairies, so that's the deck that we're going to be using. So I'm going to spread the cards here and I'm going to ask that the messages that we get come from the highest order of love and light, the archangel, the angelic team, and the creator. And I'm asking that this card makes itself very, very clear and pops. So it's going to be this one. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So here you see a little guy. I hope you guys can see this. He's playing a little flute, and clearly when you first begin something, you're not going to be as good as you are after you've had some practice at it. So they're asking you to be patient with yourself as you learn what you're learning right now. It could be a myriad of different things that you're needing to practice. Maybe you're needing to practice skills as far as personal skills. Maybe you need to practice patience. Maybe you need to learn how to practice listening. Maybe you need to learn how to practice your craft, whatever your craft is, and they're asking you to take some extra time and put the effort into, because the more you practice, the better you get, and the more confident you'll become. This is something that you love. He's sitting here with a unicorn in front of him. I always think of unicorns as dreams coming true and making wishes. So this is about something that's important to you, and if something's important to you, then it's important to put the to put the work in, isn't it? If it is something that matters to you, it's like learning the guitar. You're not going to learn the guitar overnight. It's difficult at first. Your fingers don't want to stretch. You forget where the chords are, but with practice, you can become very, very good at it. So they're asking you to basically take one step at a time. Don't push yourself. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Have patience with yourself in whatever it is that you're learning, and realize that Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to take it a little at a time, and you will be able to improve upon this. This could be it could be a skill such as guitar you're wanting to play. This could be a private practice that you're wanting to turn into a work. This could be lessons. Maybe you're in school and you need to practice. Maybe you're practicing a sport. Anything, whatever it is, it's something that is important to you. It's going to take time. It's going to take practice, and it's going to take patience for you to realize your dreams. So that's the first message that I'm getting from this card. That sounds pretty. And enjoy yourself. I'm getting, look at him. He's not stressing out. He's sitting in a beautiful area. He's got a beautiful scene around him. So maybe put yourself in a state of this. Whatever you're practicing, if you can practice it in an area that's beautiful and calm and peaceful, or else put your mind in that state. Whatever you are practicing at it, calm down, relax, get yourself in the right frame of mind. Don't try and attempt to be doing something when you're frustrated or upset or tired. So all of those things come into play. All right, so that's the first message that I'm getting. So then I'm going to see what comes. The next card, I'm asking again for it also to pop. That one. Dietary change. Okay. I like this where I can hold this here and, whoops. Have you guys look at that. Okay, I hope the light's not on it. So basically, they're saying that maybe you've been, we've had the holidays recently, so we've possibly gotten out of our habit of our eating properly. Maybe we haven't been drinking enough water. Maybe we haven't been having enough vegetables. But they're saying that you would benefit from having a dietary change. It would improve your life. So fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, dietary change. Perhaps maybe going to a more vegan or a vegetarian lifestyle. That would be helpful. Because what they're saying is basically they feel that your body is sensitive, and your body needs to be, in order to hear your higher self and and your spiritual team, you need to be in optimal health. You need to be clean eating. You need to be clean. Your system needs to be clean. You need to have clear water. Alcohol isn't good. Drugs aren't good. Cigarettes aren't good. A lot of fatty foods and greasy foods and sugars and starches, they're not good. So the cleaner that you can eat, the more your body is able to function, the easier you're able to sleep at night, which means that your mental faculties are going to be clearer. You're going to be hearing your higher self more clearly. You're going to be remembering dreams more properly. If you have if you're rested and if you're on a healthy eating in a healthy way. So all of this is going to be beneficial. They're also saying maybe if you're this could be actually a message specifically for people who have been maybe drinking too much, who maybe need to cut back on their cigarettes. I know it's hard. I don't smoke and I don't really drink, but I understand that addictions are they're difficult to deal with. And if you smoke, a lot of people don't smoke because they want to. But if you can cut back, they're saying that maybe this has been interfering in things. Maybe you've been a little bit muddled. Maybe you're not hearing your messages because you've had that interference. I know as a channel, I don't hear my angels and I don't hear my higher self if I was told from the very beginning when I got this assignment to be a spiritual teacher. I was told to stay away from the bar scene, stay away from alcohol and I don't do drugs, but to stay away from that whole atmosphere because it's a lower vibration, and lower vibration interferes with our higher self. So all of these things are coming into play with that card. So you'll know what it means and how it applies to you as well. Okay, so I'm going to ask again for another message. Okay. Autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. There's different messages that come to me about this. It could be that specifically, that what you've been asking for, sorry, this isn't sitting up very well, that what you've been asking for comes fully about in the actual autumn time, or it could mean that you are in a time of harvest right now. It could be that you were in the autumn, it could be in the autumn months of your life, when what your, spring would be when you were young, summer would be young, middle-aged, and then autumn is like later in your life. So it could be in your, like, say your 40s, when 40s, 50s, when what you're been asking for is going to come about. It could be the autumn of your life. It could be that. It could be also that whatever is coming to you is going to come to you in a place where there are seasons, where there's leaves that fall and change colors. It could be also that. What else comes to me? I feel like because of the messages that we've been getting, that we're in actually the autumn, because we were told that this is going to be time of harvest coming up. It also could mean, think about the things that happen during the autumn months. What happens in the autumn month? What comes to mind when you think of autumn? I think of school. In the autumn, kids go back to school, so maybe you need to go back to school. Maybe there's a course that we need to take that's going to help us on our path. Or maybe you need to, maybe they're asking you to actually grow something, grow a garden, connect more to the earth, because then you have a harvest. You can connect things in your life spiritually with planting outside as well. It's like a bridge. If you plant a tree and you watch it grow, or you plant a garden and you watch it grow, you're putting your love into it. You can it can be like a symbol for whatever is going on in your life. So maybe they're asking you to connect more in that way, connect your heart center to the earth, which is grounding, creativity, harvest planting. It's all about creation. It's about creating your life. It's about those are the things that are coming to mind. Let me see if anything else, if Doreen has anything else that comes to mind. So far, I don't see anything. I'm thinking, yeah, they said the same thing. Grow a vegetable garden, move to a location where the leaves turn. The project is nearing completion. So maybe something that you've worked on, that's something that I didn't pick up on. A project that we've been working for is coming to a culmination. So that's a positive. It's all positive. It's all meant for, this is all just meant for guidance. I want to look at also, he's holding on to a little fairy in his hand. So, he's got a fairy in front of him. He's listening. There's a light. He's following the light. So do speak to spirit. Do connect to your inner self and to your guides and ask for signs and messages that will show you the direction that you're meant to be going. But there's going to be a light that's going to be illuminating. It's going to be making itself obvious to you. You don't have to struggle to find it. When we put our intentions out to the universe, we're not supposed to keep putting them out and stressing over it. We're supposed to put them out and trust that the answers are coming to us. So I feel like looking at him with this little fairy, there is a light that's in front of him, and he's tuning into it. So tune into the light. That's what I'm getting from that. I'm going to ask for one more card for this week. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 4. So be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. So maybe others are giving you advice. Everybody always is, big on giving others advice, but they're asking you to trust in your own self, be your own authentic self. When you are, don't put on a pretense. Don't try and be what somebody else wants you to be. Be who you are, because when you it doesn't do any good anyway when you try and please other people when you're acting differently than who you are, because then they get to know somebody who isn't there, and then it's going to cause problems because you're going to go against what your inner nature is. So they're asking you to be yourself. You're the most powerful when you're authentic with yourself and with your others. And if you feel like doing something, do it. If you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. If you feel motivated to act on something, and you feel that your intuition or your higher self or the messages that are coming to you are telling you to do something, then you trust that. These cards are just merely an oracle, as far as one more tool that we use for guidance. This, Spirit is giving us messages here, and you will know the messages that relate to you and how it relates to your life. But no matter what anybody else says, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody, but what comes to you in your heart of hearts, that's the final say. Of course, you ask the Creator. Of course, you ask Archangel Michael or the other angels, and of course you can ask trusted friends for their input, and you want to take that all into consideration. But when it comes right down to it, the final say is with you, and that way, no matter what happens, you are responsible for your actions and for your choices, because we are co-creators with the divine. So it has to resonate with us very clearly. I'm going to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Trust your feelings. A relationship improves when you let your guard down. So being you, that would be about being yourself. If you're trying to put on a different facade, you're going to be uncomfortable with it too, because it isn't who you are. So when you are being yourself, and you let your guard down and allow them to see the real you, that's going to be the most benefit for you, because you're going to draw to you the type of person and situations and events that are meant to be in your life. If you are acting authentically yourself, if you pretend to be a certain way that's different than you, then you're going to be drawing that kind of energy towards you, and that's not going to work for you. So it's going to work for you best when you are yourself. Know that you're lovable as you are. Emphasize your own personal style. You are unique, and every one of us as made the way we are because we have something to offer. So being your unique self, no matter what you feel your flaws might be, you have something wonderful to offer and to bring to the table. So it's a blessing to other people to be who you are and love who you are and love every aspect of yourself. Don't get hung up on comparing yourself to other people, thinking somebody else is further ahead than you are. You are exactly where you're meant to be, where you are right now. Your life lessons have brought you to where you are, and it's always a benefit, no matter what we are aspect of our life that we're looking at. There's something always that others can learn from us, and that we can learn from ourselves. This is all, we're all on a path of growing and learning, and things change rapidly, and sometimes we're afraid of the changes, but we're supposed to embrace these changes and roll with it and understand that we'll find our way. Whatever it is, we will find our way, and don't be so hard on ourselves. You know, we don't have to have it all figured out right now. None of us have it all figured out. Nobody has it figured out. None of the, not the yogis or the the Dalai Lama. Nobody has it all figured out. This is our path that we're walking, our life, and we figure it out as we go. That's our journey, and that's why we're here. So go at it in a most authentic way, being you, yourself, and you, not anybody else. So those are the messages that we're getting for this week. That kind of varied. I like that. So that's it. And if you'd like to follow me, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google+, I'm on Facebook under Sherry Columbus Angels Whisper, and Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus. My website is www. How many W's was that? Anyway, thewhispersofangels.com. And I'm a dream analysis. I do a dream analysis, so I'm a dream analyst. I do readings, and I've been doing a lot of both, actually. So I enjoy it very, very much. I'm very quick about getting back to you. So if it's something that you feel that I could do to help, I'm honored. It's my gift, and it's my honor to do this work. I love it. So what else was I going to say? If you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, that's where I'm at, YouTube. These videos all go on YouTube. So you can also go back. You know what? Another thing that was kind of cool, and I do this sometimes as well, is you can go back through the readings that we have, and go and look at the videos, and then just see what your eye is drawn to. And just like anything else, your higher self and spirit will guide you to what you need to hear. Because sometimes, you know, you'll listen to the week's reading and you'll think, you know, we can always apply the messages that we get in our weekly reading, but maybe this isn't specifically for you this week. But if you go on my page and you look at all the past readings, I do that sometimes when I'm fixing up the videos. I'll have one, and they'll just start rolling, and then I'll hear things, and it's funny because I hear myself speaking, and other things come to mind. And I get different information, and whatever it is that I'm actually meant to hear, I'm going to hear it. It's awesome how it works that way. So do that. You know, feel free to go through the different videos and see what draws your attention, and you will be getting the messages that you're meant to hear. So just thought I'd throw that in. I kind of heard that, so thought I'd throw that in there. So have a wonderful week, and we may speak again. Otherwise, blessings, and we will speak next week. Bye-bye.